Well, welcome to the Shrink Wrap Show. If you haven't noticed, I am not Pam or Talia. I am John, and I am their producer and now host. So this is a totally different format. From here on out, we're going to do it this way, or I'm the guy who doesn't really know much about therapy, mental health, psychology, any of that. So I will be asking all the questions that you probably have while you're listening to them. So, Pam, Talia, hello.
I'm so glad that you're here. This is awesome.
This is going to be fun.
We're glad to be back.
Yeah.
Back
all
in
right.
the saddle.
So, yeah, it's been a while, and I've missed you guys. I've missed doing this.
We are excited.
Yeah.
It's been a long while.
It really has. And it feels so fresh to be able to have you be a part of this.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I love all things therapy, mental health, but I feel like I don't know enough about it that it's going to be fun picking your brains on it. So today I have a topic, and simply put, can AI be my therapist? That's what we're going to talk about. And before we get into it, I'm going to read a few statistics.
Okay.
Okay, so according to ChatGPT, ironically, over 1 in 3 adults, about 37%, have used an AI chatbot to support their mental health or well-being. What that means, who knows? That could be a wide umbrella of questions. 1 in 8 U.S. adolescents and young adults have reported to using AI chatbots specifically for mental health advice. And then about 34% of Americans say they'd be comfortable sharing mental health concerns with an AI chatbot instead of a human therapist, which I guess is understandable. They're wading in, getting their feet wet. What are your thoughts right out of the gate, just when I say that? Can AI be my therapist?
No.
It's a hard no.
It's a hard no for me.
Specifically, the thing that we know AI cannot do is be curious. Can't be curious about me. But bigger than that, what happens in a therapeutic process is an exchange of change. The client is growing, absorbing, learning, interacting with the therapist, but the therapist is also changing. Yeah. So it's an interchange. AI can't do that. AI is not going to be changed by me. And so there's a fundamental difference between a ChatGPT therapist and a therapist, right? Yeah. Now, can Chat be helpful? Can AI be helpful? 100%.
Yeah.
Right? And they're accessible 24/7.
Yeah.
So that's helpful. And they're free.
And it's helpful for me with my notes. I'm terrible at progress notes, so I'm like, please write my notes, AI. It's so helpful. But no, I agree. I think the empathy part of a therapist, the real flesh of a person, is what is necessary for therapy to actually work.
Okay, I'm really curious about this, and I want to come back to it. I have questions about both of the things you just said. But to back up, you said that AI can't be curious, and you just said something.
Empathy.
Empathy.
Yeah.
So I've tested this. I went through and I did a deep dive of, I spilled the beans to ChatGPT. I talked about my
your beans, your personal beans.
Right. Talked about my childhood, talked about marriage, talked about real things that I would talk to a therapist about. And it did follow up with curious questions, and it was gentle, and it was like, thanks for asking this, and I'm going to push back a little bit. Is this, it did all the right things. And so I think that can be deceptive. It feels good. It feels like it is leading you to the right place. But I want to back up and talk about this. You said this exchange of change, which kind of makes me wonder, well, what is therapy? Because it seems like it's not just this person, like a client coming, or like a student coming to a master, or a client coming to an expert in getting information or getting healing or getting a service. You're saying that it is more relational than that.
It's relational. Every bit of research we have on how does healing happen, what is therapy, what causes a person to be able to go in and come out different. And all of the research says the same thing. It is not the theoretical orientation. It's not the number of workshops anybody's attended. It is the attunement, the sense that you accepted me just as I was with no judgment and with positive regard. And I felt that you were present with me. I felt your presence and acceptance, and that I wasn't all that different from everyone else. And you were there for me. It's an attachment repair with a person. And that piece, again, that's so beautiful about it and why I've stayed in it for 25 years is I am changed with every single person I meet.
Absolutely.
I grow. I probably do it more for me than them, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so it's this beautiful, as I said, it's an interchange, an exchange of change.
Yeah. I think of C.S. Lewis's quote, "You too? I thought it was just me." And what I find in this is it is healing for me whenever I see the change of a person. So there is a transaction between the two.
So the best AI could do would be you too, everyone else, but it can never say,
right.
I thought it was just me.
That's beautiful.
Exactly.
So,
And John, back to your point of it can be deceptive. There, I've been hearing from clients and reading about these character bots where you create your partner. You give, here are my characteristics that I want. Here's what I want that entity to look like, that person. And this can seem like a real relationship. But man, we are way more complicated than a bot.
right.
This is why marriage is so difficult.
Right.
There's an evolving human being, complex mind, body, spirit, who's growing to some extent mentally, emotionally, psychologically, interacting with the world relationally, and so another person in relationship with them. And you think this is going to be static? You think this is going to be easy? No, it's moving. It's a moving target. So in some respects, it might look like, man, I have a relationship, an intimate relationship with an AI bot.
Yeah.
That sounds great, but how deceptive.
Right. Yeah. 2-dimensional versus real life. And it's okay. Something about what you said just a minute ago, you said that repairing relationships in like real time is what therapy is. Okay. So I've heard that, I'm going to screw it up. I don't have a verbatim quote, but it's something like trauma happens in relationship. Not always. It can be like a car crash or something like that. But typically relational trauma, is only we lose our heart or we get hurt or wounded by people, and we only heal with people.
Yeah. Hurt people, but
We need people to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. That's great. So yeah, we get hurt by people, but we need people to heal, which is
Counterintuitive.
right.
Yeah.
I need to pull myself back. I need to protect myself. I'm not doing that anymore. But what we know is that when someone does make that decision, they not only close out the positive, the potential negativity, but they're closing out the positive. So the dark, but also the light. And growth can't happen. Change can't happen. Repair and recovery can't happen either because there's no reparative instance or situation where, oh, it's different this time. I extended myself again. I tried again. I went out there on a limb and it worked out to build some resiliency, to empower.
It kind of sounds like exposure therapy. Like,
yes,
I had a really horrible relationship with this person, and that's why I'm afraid. I'm once bitten, twice shy. But now, since I'm doing this with another person and they've treated me different, it can maybe change the wiring.
Well, change the wiring, change the entire concept too. Because what I often have happen, probably you too, Talia, is somebody will come in and say, "I didn't want to come. I've been to therapists before. I had a terrible experience, multiple times." And I said, well, let's just give it a go. Let's just
Yeah.
see if this can be different for you. But they are frightened, as you said, once
Once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah.
I like that.
But people come in and they've been bitten repeatedly.
Yeah.
When we get bitten by a dog, we decide, okay, wait. And it takes some time to get back to, okay, I'm going to just try to pet this dog again. But I've been bitten once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Maybe therapy isn't for me.
Yeah.
Maybe all therapists are this way
Right.
and can't be trusted and will hurt me.
And I would say that it's probably due to a overlay of your thinking process of what is your expectation of therapy. If your expectation of the therapist is to be like ChatGPT and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry," but nothing in the sense of challenging you or challenging your thought process or really getting into the deep parts of whatever that funk is that you're in and working through that, then that's like you're not going to be able to grow from it. You've got to have some of that ick in order for you to grow.
So what I've noticed is that, I have like a pro version of ChatGPT where you get more features or whatever, and you can tell it to remember certain things, and it'll remember your past conversations or your preferences. But I still can't get it to stop being, for lack of a better word, like a bias. What am I looking for? Like a confirmation bias.
A
Right.
certain, a certain bent.
Yeah.
Like no matter, it has a formula. The way it answers you, it'll do this thing where it's like, you're not wrong. You're thinking about this exactly right. So it's always, no matter what it's doing, it's like affirming you and it's patting your back.
Yeah. Which is what we're trained to, like, honestly, we're trained to not have a bias.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's really the healthiest way, but in certain instances,
A judgmental
yes.
bias.
Right.
A judgmental bias. Hey, you're right.
We've got to be
we have
present.
biases.
Yeah.
But our job as clinicians is hold that back. It's not about you.
Right,
It's
exactly.
about the client. So be present with what they bring.
Exactly.
Join with them. Our first step, and the progress note we'll read, I joined with the client. I built rapport.
Yep. Built rapport.
And then what we're looking for is therapeutic cohesion.
Yes.
And I think it's very critical that we do have that part, John, that you mentioned, where I hear you. That sounds hard.
Yeah.
That's that empathy piece. But the other piece of what we do is that challenge piece.
Yeah.
Have you thought about it this way? Is there another way to see that, I wonder? Another way to try that? Because otherwise, we're not necessarily growing or building a repertoire of change.
Yeah, we're really kind of just staying stuck in that. And then some AI over there is validating all of that and you stay stuck.
Yeah. So in my experience, it has tried to reframe things of like, well, here's why you're feeling this and here's how to think about it differently. So it tries to push back, but I would say that what it can't do, it can't read your body language.
Cannot read body language.
So it doesn't know really how to push back on things that are unspoken, or it'll miss a ton of cues. And then it can't sit with you in a moment.
Right.
Right.
I
So
mean,
there isn't that moment of this could be a heavy moment that could heal you. That this could be a moment that really
the aha moment,
turns
the
a corner.
catharsis moment.
Yeah. And it can't. It's not with you.
I was just going to say that,
There's
John.
the
As you were
physical,
saying that, I was
tangible.
thinking, gosh, you could be, reading through the response and, oh yeah, thanks for sharing that with me and all of that, and maybe you're crying,
Yeah.
a big cry. Unless I say, so I'm feeling really sad about what you just said. It's not aware
Yeah.
of where you are.
Another thing. Now, before I rag too much on AI, because there is something to consider, I think, why people would use AI as their therapist is money,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Money and
Therapy-
accessibility.
Right. Therapy costs money.
And I'm
Usually.
desperate in this moment. I need a quick answer. I can't get in.
Yeah.
I can't afford it. And so
It's 2
somebody tell
a.m.
me I want to connect quickly to get some hacks to
Right.
get some connection in whatever form I can. And hey, listen, it is informative.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the world's books on therapy.
It's got data.
Yeah, it does.
all right there.
Yeah.
But what's weird about that is you want a quick answer, and sometimes you do need a quick answer. But I think as human, at least me, my tendency is to, I'm spilling my heart. I hear the answer. It's really helpful, and instead of waiting, I think everything has a process to it. It has a timeline, and if I'm just reading a bunch of bullet points and I'm getting to the end of the book, that I don't know if I can actually digest that in the way that's actually going to help me, right?
Yeah.
So unless you're a very disciplined, scheduled person, and you're like, I'm going to keep coming back to this chat conversation and do everything it said,
Right.
then you're trying to kind of stuff it all in, like skip to the ending thing, right? All right, but I want to say back to, because I do want to have some empathy for like money, right? It costs
an
money.
issue.
Well, it's not just that, not just the money issue. I think you can correct me, I guess, but limitation. So if you're a therapist, as far as limitation of resources, if there's something that works for you, John, let's say, okay, you don't like grounding skills, but you prefer painting, which you do. I would say like AI has like full access to all sorts of different resources that my little brain does not. And I do think that is helpful.
Right.
And that's where I
Resource-
would be like, I think there can be some therapeutic help with
Well,
that.
even doctors, you're out of your physical or something, and you ask a question, and they like step aside and like Google something,
Yeah.
and they went to school for years and they read books, so it's like it's just accessing information, and there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Right.
One of the exercises that I do with clients sometimes is just to use eyes. AI doesn't have eyes, right? So as I connect with someone, it's really saying to them, I see you.
Right.
And then as I, do a nod, say, all of that resonates with someone as you're with me, you heard me, I matter. You're present in my pain with me. You're present in my trauma with me. And I suspect that AI could feel like there is a presence as well when somebody is taking whatever data you put in and feeding back something that sounds connected.
Yeah.
It's just a different kind of connection. And the fluidity of the real of, even, listen, John, even Zoom, FaceTime, WhatsApp, virtual therapy is different than face-to-face.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's harder. I can't. What's going on with the
Yeah.
rest of you? All I'm seeing is this.
It's soul. Like it's the tangibleness of your soul that you're feeling in the room with somebody whenever you fill that space together.
So it's the same as when someone says that, when that person walks into the room, it feels like this.
Yes.
Now you feel, we're energy.
Yeah.
So you feel the energy of the connection, the energy of the interaction.
Yeah. Like I can tell as soon as like I saw you yesterday, I was like, she's overwhelmed. And I didn't have to say anything. I just looked at her and I was like, okay, what's going on? That's AI can't look at you and be like, I'm scanning you. I gotta think of what's that? It's a cartoon.
Even if it could with your
Big Hero 6.
Oh yeah.
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 I'm scanning you right now. You feel happy.
Right.
If
So I have to-
AI could do that, then
I have
that's
to
cool.
let AI know what's going on
Yeah.
with me versus when my client walks in and I know them at all. I'm like, ooh, looks like a lot. Have a seat. And I know certain things about them. So I'm the one that is preemptive.
Right.
instead of waiting for them to share, because there's a knowingness between us.
Yeah. There's
And
power
even
of
if
presence.
it can see you, even if it gets to a place where it's hooked up to your camera and it can see everything, right? You can't look into its eyes.
Yeah,
No.
you can't.
Right.
There's no soul.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. For those of us who can't afford therapy or afford the amount of therapy that we might like, what are some alternative options? How can AI be helpful in that situation?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe oh wow, ChatGPT just talked me through something,
Mm-hmm.
and now I need to add to that by being in a relationship with someone, talking to someone about it, like a friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. What are some ways that so the people who are out there using AI as their therapist don't feel completely called out? Like, what are some ways that we can
Yeah.
Yeah, and
bridge the gap
Yeah,
here?
and we don't want to completely rag on AI.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's an amazing
It's
tool.
a service. It's a tool. We use it for certain purposes. It's limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, there's not that interaction. It won't be in relationship with me
Yeah.
in that kind of way. So we as therapists have a credo that is to offer pro bono sessions, for one thing. So always ask when you're reaching out, do you do any pro bono? Do you have a sliding scale? That's a starting point for traditional therapy. Many community clinics exist and low fee
cost.
locations. Here in Middle Tennessee, we have a number of different places that we send people to if they really have nothing to work with.
Yeah.
We know groups are powerful. Groups are incredibly powerful. So whether it is a marriage group or a grief group, 12-step groups are just a zillion of them in this area and throughout the country and world can be so helpful. Short of that, finding someone you can trust, someone you can confide in, someone you can share what's going on with you. Everybody needs at least one good friend or connection.
Right.
Churches can be great. You got to be careful sometimes, but finding a person who is spiritual and getting pastoral care can also be helpful.
My horse and my dog.
Okay.
Nature.
Okay, we're going with animals.
Nature.
Nature.
I find nature and the creative arts really therapeutic for me, especially. Sometimes just getting alone and with something that's not going to talk back is nice. So I can be
You
slow.
mentioned painting before, and about 2 years ago, I dove into painting. I always wanted to do it. I drew when I was little, growing up, and but then music became my main outlet, and then obviously I do video. And everything I did that was creative was tied to expectations, was tied to money, and I'm already a perfectionist, and so painting has been this one thing that I committed to unteach myself perfectionism and not have it be connected to anyone's expectations. And I can't tell you how it's like. There's a part of me that is completely. That was never. There's a part of me that's like feels again that I didn't feel for a long time. It feels completely pure, completely joyful, relieving. I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah,
It's
not
amazing.
allowing something that you love to become tied to any need for anything else other than pure pleasure.
Yeah,
In fact, what I think it is
hobbies
just
are-
play.
Yeah.
It's
Play.
that's
It's
all
fun.
it is. Like like I forgot how to play.
Yeah. In therapy,
It's important.
when I do short-term therapy, behavioral health consultant, here, that part of me, we do a contextual interview and we ask, what do you do for work? What are your relationships like? Work, love, and what do you do for fun? Play. Work, love, play. If you can tell me what your work is like and how your work is affecting you, we can typically help you reshape your behaviors based off of if you're stressed, having trouble with stress management. If your relationships are not that healthy, or if you don't have any relationships, how can I help you engage in a healthy relationship? And then play. Usually I have a lot of people say, I don't do anything for fun. And I'm like, okay, if you could do anything for fun, what would that look like?
What you used to like to do when you were
like,
little.
Did you dance in the kitchen? Like, I love to dance in the kitchen a lot. I do that a lot. And how do you think you can get back to that? So work, love, play, that usually helps people like find, okay, I have these different areas that I need to work on. And if you can make things applicational, like if you can apply it to your life, one thing, one change, switching, like let's say you're spending too much time in your work instead of spending time with your loved ones, you're trading out something, but you're replacing it with something. So you're not completely taking something completely out, but you're replacing it with more time or more resource, that kind of thing.
Having something that is yours, at least one thing, is so important for everyone.
Yeah.
It's kind of my little secret garden.
Yes.
Whatever it is, whether it is, speaking of gardening, or cooking, or music, or painting, and you don't have to be good at it.
No,
Right.
you
Because
can be
it's
horrible.
not about performance. It's a gift that you're giving yourself.
Exactly.
This is critical. And we have to have fun. Life's too hard and serious.
Yeah.
We have to be able to laugh and be in places where we can it can be light. It's not work. It's that downtime. It's as effective as any breathing square or grounding technique we do in therapy. Really
So that's
critical.
funny. Work is an active thing. Relationships are with other people, and fun is another active thing, possibly with other people. And so to answer the question, can AI be my therapist? I think the difference between AI therapy and human therapy is AI is information. Nothing wrong with information. It's super helpful, but it kind of ends there. Even as much as it can feel interactive, it's really only informational interaction.
Right.
Yeah.
And therapy is human interaction, which leads to connection. Right?
And change for both sides.
Yeah.
Growth.
So it's an interplay of human interaction, which is how we heal, I think. I
Yeah.
hope.
It is. It's true.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we could talk about a lot of things. We could talk about healing processes. We could talk about therapy styles and how to choose the right therapist. And I want to talk about all this stuff, but that'll be for another episode.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us. And if you haven't, please subscribe, please like, comment. Please tell us exactly what you want to hear. Tell us questions, ask us for topics you want to know more about. And if you do that a lot, then maybe we can get to a point where we can even do some kind of live streaming or something like. We'll never be Dave Ramsey taking calls, but we can get to a point where we might even be
Why
able
not?
to.
Don't limit us, John.
Yeah, where we can start maybe even asking questions live about certain topics. So we want to get there. We want to know what you want to know about.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's do that. Be a part of the community. We'll see you next time on the Shrink Wrap Show.